Hey and welcome to my channel, I'm Daniel, and today this is the first video in a series of videos about how I will build my business. And you know, I actually pre-recorded this video in a couple of times because of two reasons I haven't published this yet. And this is also the reason why this whole journey will not be about just how I built my business. It's also about something personal. Because of perfectionism, I never published a video. But perfectionism is actually the fear of failure. I have this from Mel Robbins. She's one of the most booked public speakers in the world. And I also got her audiobook, which is called Take Control of Your Life, Silence Fear, and Win the Mind Game. And in those coachings, she's talking about perfectionism, that perfectionism is actually the fear of failure. So you're scared about what the world will say when you publish it because you want to preserve a picture of yourself in the world so that everything looks perfect. But the problem with this approach is that when you try to be perfect, when you don't even have the skills yet, you will never publish. You know, even people in Hollywood, after a year of work, they still say that, oh, there is so much more that we could make it better. On Hollywood movies, I'm talking about on Hollywood movies, where we as normal people look at those movies and we think like, oh my God, it's amazing. But someone who is in his field, a specialist, will always have something that he can improve. But the only way you can grow is that you have to publish and put stuff out. But I'm now going a little bit sidetracked because the main reason what I want to share today is in those coachings from this audiobook, I also realized something very powerful about me, about my life. And I think that many other entrepreneurs who are struggling to build their business have the same problem. And what I'm talking about is our mindset. So there are two different types of mindset they are talking in this coaching. And also there is a book, it's called Mindset. I'm reading this at the moment. And basically what it says is you either have the growth mindset or the fixed mindset. And to make it simple, because I will talk about this in the future a little bit more in depth, or if you're already interested and you know about this, definitely get hands on the book Mindset. I will copy a link into the description. But basically what it is like, let's say you have the fixed mindset, which I have. You think that, for example, your talents are given to you and you can't improve. It is just something given to you, and you grow up and you believe that the world is like that everything is in your talents. So for example, let's say you play basketball and you have a talent for it, and then you feel good, you play more. If you don't have a talent for it, you just feel discouraged. You don't want to do it, you want to do and continue with something where you have a talent. Is this a problem or not? It depends on the perspective. Let's say you don't want to play basketball, you want to do something else. Okay, good for you. But the difference is a person with a growth mindset starts playing basketball, realizes that he is not good, but he still wants to tackle the challenge. That he is not good enough at the beginning doesn't mean that he cannot become good enough. While the people with a fixed mindset, they think, oh, because I don't have the talent, I shouldn't even try because I just don't have the talent. Do you understand what I mean? And we have this in many areas of our life. For example, where I have this very strong is with relationships. Every time after I went out of a relationship, I told myself words like, oh, I'm a failure, I'm not lovable, I'm not enough. And you know, even when logically, personal development, I went through a lot of stuff and I understand more that this is not the way I should supposed to talk myself and think about my belief system. But it is ingrained in me because I grew up with this and it was part of me for so long that I developed habits. Then those habits, sometimes you don't even realize that those habits come like responses in your body that then provoke your thinking. Are you still with me? So the short form is that when you have a fixed mindset, you always want to prove that you are not a failure. You want to prove that you're worthy. And that's, for example, what I did as an entrepreneur in my past. So everything that I built, my first business is a blog about Canada. And last year I even published my first book, completely self-published. I should be super proud of it. But the problem with people with a fixed mindset is that there will be always more challenges in the future where you have to prove that you're still worthy. While with the growth mindset, you just take on the challenges because you know there is no failing, there is only growth. And the more you do the stuff and you grow, you become better at your craft, your arts, your skills. And the perfect example is Thomas Edison. He didn't invent how to build a light bulb. He invented 1,000 ways how to not do a light bulb. So failing is always part of success in every journey. But the problem with a fixed mindset is every time you fail, you feel discouraged. It can pull you down until you maybe don't even continue working on it because you feel inside in your mind like a failure. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly where I am right now. What I want to talk with you is two things. Number one, I want to share how I built this business so that you can learn from me, from my mistakes and everything that I learned also in the past. I want to put this into this channel. And number two, and I think this is maybe even more powerful, is how I will overcome the fixed mindset and change it to habits to get the growth mindset. If you're still watching this video, that means you are super interested in that topic. If you are still here, hit like, subscribe. We see us on this journey. Also, don't forget to hit the bell button, because only if you hit the bell, you will get notifications when I publish more videos. And I can't promise you to go back daily. I tried 2 times in the past daily, and I did it sometimes for 30 days, sometimes for 40 days, and it was just so exhausting. But what I can promise is every time when I discover something along my journey that is helpful for you, that will be valuable for your business or for your personality, I will share that with you here. That's the deal. Are you along for the ride? Then let me know in the comments. Say something like, hey, this journey we go together, and we see us in the next video. I'm Daniel, and bye.